Beatles were pioneers in building a unique bond with their audience through music, using creative techniques that later inspired artists across generations. Among those influenced was Taylor Swift, who decades later adopted similar methods to engage her fans. Swift, now 35 and recently announcing her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, has long admired the Beatles. Their music helped shape her songwriting style, but what she borrowed most from them was their approach to fan interaction. From her 2006 debut album onward, she began weaving hidden messages, clues, and Easter eggs into her songs and album artwork, creating puzzles that fans eagerly tried to solve, whether accurately or not. Over time, this playful habit became a defining element of her artistry, with her audience expecting it in nearly everything she released. She once explained during an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon that this tradition of planting cryptic hints dated back to her teenage years when she was preparing her first album. Swift credited the Beatles as her inspiration, recalling how they often inserted subtle references into their records. For instance, their 1965 album, Rubber Soul, marked the beginning of self-referential details, and songs like I Am the Walrus carried nods to earlier tracks such as Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. However, not all of the band's Easter eggs were taken lightly. In 1966, after rumors emerged that Paul McCartney had died, fans began scrutinizing Beatles albums for supposed confessions, interpreting imagery on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Abbey Road as evidence of a cover-up. Their experimental use of backmasking, reversing tape recordings for artistic effect, only fueled speculation. Listeners famously misheard Lennon's phrase "cranberry sauce in strawberry fields forever" as "I buried Paul," while later tracks like Glass Onion poked fun at fans for reading too much into lyrics by deliberately referencing earlier songs. Even in their later years, the Beatles continued embedding hidden details, including in the music videos for Free as a Bird and Real Love. 4 decades after these innovations, Swift carried the idea forward by encoding secret messages in the lyric booklets of her first CD. She explained that since CDs couldn't be played backward, like vinyl, she wanted to replicate the Beatles' tradition by embedding clues in print instead. For her, it was a way to encourage listeners to pay closer attention to her words, which she considered the most important part of her craft.